Welcome to the underground, you rebel scum. This is the American Expat. You probably noticed that there's some troubles happening in Los Angeles. The latest that I've heard is that they are sending Marines into the city, into California, to deal with the insurrection, I guess you could call it. The news isn't calling it that, of course. They're calling it protests. In fact, they've been out there again. CNN, you'd think that they would have learned their lesson over there. Oh, it's mostly peaceful protests. Never mind the cop cars on fire. Never mind the Molotov cocktails being thrown at police, you know. This is absolutely insane that this is happening. I wanted to talk about it. As a regular person, obviously, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling about this, I wasn't here for the 2020 stuff. So this is a new experience for me. I was in China, but this is absolutely wild. Let's grab a cup of coffee and then we can talk a little bit more about this crazy situation that we find ourselves in. Thanks for sticking with us. Oh, wow. I guess normally this would be the moment where you say like and subscribe and all of that, but it doesn't seem to do a whole lot of good. The people that are here are the people that are going to be here, and hey, I appreciate that. Wow, this escalated fast. It seems like I didn't even know the riots were taking place until, I guess, yesterday. I understood that there are crazy people out there that don't like ICE going and deporting people, but wow, that it almost seems like they were prepared for this to happen. And I understand this is the probably the only option is to send in troops to try and restore order, because there's what else are you going to do? Just let these people run amok in one of our greatest cities? I understand the mayor and the governor in California are perfectly willing to let this go. I can't understand. Well, okay. At this point, I think that you have to start asking questions. And me, as a regular person, I'm asking questions like, what are these people doing? Why are they letting this happen? If you were in charge of a place and you wanted to have it thrive and do well, why on earth would you let people just go out and start burning things and destroying everything? That seems like it's completely the opposite of what you would want to do. You would want to have order. You would want to have normalcy. You'd want businesses to thrive. You'd want people to thrive. And instead, they seem to be encouraging people to go out and destroy everything. And again, like I said, it kind of makes you start questioning things. Like, well, why would they do that? I think back to when Gavin Newsom rolled out the red carpet for Xi Jinping to come and visit in San Francisco, in Sacramento, and how bizarre that was, that they straightened everything up when he came, but when the feds try to do their job in our own country, then they send the mob after them. It almost makes you wonder if these people are not somehow being influenced by outside forces, like China or Russia or someone like that, that why would you do this to your own place? It just doesn't make any sense unless that's the case. Somebody is, maybe, I don't want to throw around the word traitor lightly, but something is going on. And it really is probably time for Trump to be using the Insurrection Act at this point and sending in federal troops, because these people, I don't know what you would call it. I don't want to cross that line into saying, that this is some kind of a rebellion, or this is some kind of, they always like to make fun of people in the South. The South, they're the ones doing it. It's just crazy. And I know a lot of people that are traditionally on the right are going to say, it was the Democrats that did the whole Southern rebellion in the first place, and it was for the same reasons. Yeah, well, I guess, history has a funny way of rhyming. It's not really repeating itself because California wasn't even part of that. But, this is interesting. I'm a little bit concerned. I'll tell you that much. I'm worried about where this will go, because I know that Gavin Newsom and these others are not going to fall in line. I'm afraid that they're going to continue to push this further and further to the point where they really are just an open insurrection against the federal government. It's bizarre. I don't know what to say. I don't like federal overreach, but for heaven's sake, this is insane. This is crazy. These people have been able to dictate policy for the rest of us all over the country, and their policies are insane. They're stupid. Just look at California, and we certainly don't want those people making decisions for the rest of us. But I don't know where this is going to go. It's a little bit worrisome. And they've got all these people out there waving, Mexican flags. By the way, the people doing that are probably not Hispanic. Some of them might be, but I am pretty sure that most of those people know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to poke you in the eye and tell you, oh, look at this. We're going to wave the flag and do all this stuff. A lot of them are communists. Again, I have to wonder if they don't have the backing of communist states like China, the People's Republic of China. Somebody is organizing this. Something stinks about this. But I think it's been going on for a long time. I don't know. Like I said, I missed this when I was in China. So I don't know if this is what it was like back in 2020 or whenever it was that all the crazy stuff was happening, the summer of love. I just don't know. But it is pretty crazy if you ask me. I don't even know what to make of it, but it is alarming. I see they're not messing around this time. I think last time they just protected the federal buildings. I think what I was here for was what happened in Portland. I don't know what they did with California and the other places. They certainly didn't send in federal troops. So this is a major difference already. I don't know. You guys tell me, is this the same or is this something far, far worse? Because again, I wasn't even in the country at the time. I was living somewhere else. I was dealing with different kinds of problems at the time. That might get quarantined or locked up or who knows what's going to happen kind of problems, or when I got taken and interrogated because of Twitter kind of problems. Yeah, that was fun. Our own people here in the United States getting me sent into an interrogation room in China. That was really pleasant over the COVID stuff. But what do you make of this? Should we be alarmed? I am quite alarmed because they seem to be setting up all over the country. Somebody has organized this. That right there should be a crime, I would say. Organizing violence in this way, insurrection against the United States government or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I better end it. I got to get out of this thing and get on to other things tonight. But let me know what you guys think. I'll be watching the news like the rest of you to see where this goes. But we'll see you in the next one.